Hello, beautiful angels. I'm Shivani, and this is the place where we talk about spirituality, mindset, personal growth, and basically all the good stuff that you need to live and create and enjoy your dream life. So, in today's video, it's gonna be a little different because I'm not gonna teach you anything so much as I'm gonna share my experience. So I recently, if you've been following me on Instagram, you would know I have recently challenged myself to try to wake up at 5 a.m. for 21 days straight. And let me just admit it on a public platform, I have never been an early riser. I have always somehow manifested jobs and situations where I could just wake up at my own leisure. And having that kind of liberty and freedom, I actually, my time somehow in the past few months specifically became like to 11, and I was obviously not happy about it, but it's been just going on. So my average waking up time, it has been roughly all my life been around 9 or 10 or 11. And I don't want to say that waking up 5 a.m. makes you a better person, or waking up at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. makes you a bad person, because I just feel like there is so much of judgment around this. There's so much of uh, this comparison around this thing, when the most important lesson that I have learned in the last 21 days is not to judge myself. And I'll tell you more about it later in the video. But to start off with, why did I do this? So, waking up at 5 a.m. has been a desire for sure for a very, very long time. A little background story, I have always seen my dad waking up super early, meditating, doing yoga. So for me, obviously, growing up, that was like the benchmark. And I was always told that that's really the right or the good thing to do. And me being in Aquarius moon, being a total rebel, I wanted to be like that, but I also wanted to defy and truly push back and say like, no, that's not like the only way to live life. And a part of me did that for most of my life, I think, but now I know that that's something that has been really limiting me for the past few months and years. In all self-development things that I have done so far, whenever I write about my future life, my future goals, my future visions, I always have written wake up early, wake up early, wake up early, wake up early. Like that's been my thing to do, but I've just never been able to get myself to do that. And obviously that means that when I was not doing it, I held a lot of judgment and shame against myself. So I think a lot of us do have these, few words. You're lazy, you're not serious, you don't care, you are not disciplined enough. And ultimately it also comes somewhere too because of the whole societal conditioning that you cannot be successful. And I just want to say that if you are going to wake up at 5 a.m. for any of these reasons, then don't do it really, because you create your own story and you can create your own story for sure. So you can be successful even if you wake up at 10. But having said that, I want to say that the reason that I wanted to wake up early was obviously amongst with all the health benefits that it has. Like, I don't want to list that out because I think it's so obvious. It was also like I knew I feel more energized because obviously once in there, whenever I have woken up, there's more structure in the day, there's more time in the day. And for me, primarily, it was like I wanted to sit with my art, I wanted to sit with my craft and really give time to it, like how I'm giving it to it right now. When I would wake up at 10 and having a specific morning routine, because I have been very, very particular about that no matter what time I wake up, I will have a morning routine. So I was not ready to budge from that. So my day would actually start at 2 and it would go on to so my working hours became like 2 or 3 to say 9 or 10 sometimes. And I just felt like that was just not healthy for my body. I just felt like I was sleeping really tired and exhausted. My nervous system was like all up there, spiked up, and I would wake up similarly the same way. And yeah, that's pretty much why I have been wanting to wake up early. Wanted to actually really wake up at 5 a.m. is because of the energies, the beautiful, pristine energy that is present when you wake up at 5 or earlier, maybe if you can. um, because I meditate and I want to deepen my spiritual practice. I want to deepen my relationship with the universe. I want to deepen my connection to the universe and to myself and to my intuition. And I feel like that has not been possible when I have been meditating all the other times of the day, because there's always some or the other interruption or chaos. And that's something that, yes, after doing this for 21 days, it has really, really inspired me to wake up on time, because the meditation in the morning is like next level. It's beyond. So yeah, those have been my reasons, and I would really, really highly encourage you to get really clear about your reasons why you want to do that. Let's talk about why 21 days and what it does. So 21 days or 40 days are ideally the time periods psychologists recommend if you want to cultivate new habits, if you want to reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is responsible for doing things on an autopilot. It's like habits. So if you want to cultivate new habits, every psychologist would actually recommend you to start doing that thing for 21 days or 40 days. This is why even in ancient scriptures and ancient sciences also, all even the meditative practices are mostly for 40 days, the sadhana as it's known. So yeah, that's why we do it for 21 days. Now, what we need to understand is that the reprogramming of your mind or your subconscious mind is literally like you are laying down new neural pathways, which means that the old needs to go away. So 21 days, if you are able to actually sustain through 21 days, which is actually the most challenging thing to do, like it actually gets so much easier after 21 days because there is less resistance, you've already healed it, there are no more judgments anymore. And I'll come back to it again. Why am I saying all of that? Because the 21 days period, it will really, really test you. So be prepared, okay? Because see, there is a reason why we do not do the things that we say we want to do, or the things we want to do. Otherwise, everybody else would be doing it. And this is all the mindset game, which is why your perseverance and your spiritual and mental stamina really plays a role. Uh, 5-year-old version of me wouldn't have been able to sustain through this, but I was able to do it this time because I knew somewhere that anything that's coming up, good or bad, maybe some days I'm not able to wake up at 5, maybe some days I woke up at 8:30, or maybe some days I wake up at 5 but I feel shitty. All those things for me, after going through my own spiritual healing and my own self-awareness journey, I know that these are triggers. I know this is an opportunity for me to heal. This is an opportunity for me to let go of what is no longer serving me. So this is why I would say, not by any means to scare you or something, but just trying to let you know that it's not just about waking up at 5 a.m. It's about whenever you're going to do something that you've never done before, it is going to be out of your comfort zone. So it's going to really, really feel challenging on a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level. And it's not so much your physical strength that you need to wake up at 5 a.m. or to do anything new that you want to do, or to come into any new practice, or to really change or evolve yourself. It's actually your mental, your emotional, your spiritual stamina which plays such a big role in it, right? So yeah, there was one day when I actually woke up and I felt so shitty in the morning. I went out in my balcony and there was just so much of anxiety and so much of pain. And all these memories of my childhood actually came up to the surface about all the times when I used to go to school, uh, when I had to get up ready in the morning, when I had to wake up early, and when I had to do things which I didn't want to do. And so for me, it was such an underlying, subtle pain lying there, which is why all of my conscious mind was really trying to basically protect me, so that I should not be facing that pain. And this is what your conscious mind does. It will never, its main job is to keep you safe. It will never let you go to a place where there are triggers, where there are memories stored or pain stored from any possible painful situation that you experienced in your past. And not always it's as dangerous to face them as your mind probably perceives. Like, it's not dangerous to experience it physically, it was just hurtful, and it was just like an opportunity, but at the same time, actually, to look at it that I have never really paid attention to. Like, okay, this is why I avoid waking up in the morning, because it reminds me of all the 12 years that I was getting up and doing things which is not feeling good in my heart. And like, my inner child was really, really hurt. The anxiety of the exams, the anxiety of attending Monday tests, all of that stuff. And I had this nauseous feeling again, because I remember even going school, like, I used to have milk in the morning and I used to feel just so nauseous. So there are just so many of these subtle memories which were attached to me waking up early, and which is why genuinely I was just not interested. Of course, on a conscious level, I've been saying I want to get up, but honestly, I didn't want to. On a subconscious level, I didn't want to face any of that stuff. And yeah, basically, I literally went through all of these waves. So one of the things which really, really helped me, and I would really suggest you, is like, if you are trying to wake up early, have a routine. Like, I cannot stress enough how magical these routines have proven for me in these times, especially because it was just so challenging. And it was all the, I think I was doing this challenge throughout the whole Mercury retrograde, which was already so emotional. It's already so triggering. And yeah, like, I think it was just perfectly divinely timed, I also believe. But really, it gave me an opportunity to look at things that probably I won't have. So really, really grateful for this. Also gave me an opportunity to stop judging myself. Like, for me, for the longest time, I had all these labels attached to myself, that I'm not good enough because I don't wake up on time, or like on what time I should ideally wake up. But there's nothing like that, right? I'm lazy, I don't care enough. All these things that I've heard probably growing up. I'm not disciplined enough. And also all these things which now became my own inner voice. And I have been telling myself, Shivani, you're not worthy of success, or you're not worthy of feeling good enough throughout the day because you didn't wake up at this time and that time. And when I actually saw through the last 21 days, the whole process of why I did not want to wake up at a specific time, why I had been avoiding, why I had been literally manifesting throughout my life, jobs and colleges. After school, I've never woken up early, except maybe a few exceptions when I have to, when I have some event to attend or something like that, when I have to go somewhere, which was never out of a will or a desire, because I just had so much stuff out there connected to my morning. Like, for example, on the last day, I was really, really triggered because it was the last day, and I woke up at 8 o'clock. And I just felt so bad because I was just judging myself so deeply. And I was just like, Shivani, how could you just do this? It's the last day. And for me, that was again judging myself to be a failure. But truly, in full honesty, again, an opportunity for me to heal that portion of my life. So much of it was connected to my father wounds. So much of, because as I just said in this beginning, like, for me, it was always about trying to be like my father, trying to be him actually. And then I had to remind myself on the last day, I'm not here to be him, I'm here to be me. And so I'm really, really grateful for basically all these beautiful, amazing lessons that these 21 days brought to me. Truly insightful, truly healing, and heart opening. And that's why I think I always keep on doing challenges. Sometimes I succeed in them, sometimes I don't. I don't know what to call this, but for sure, I don't want to call it a failure. And I don't think anything that you do in life should actually be categorized as a failure or a success. So, I did not wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, but I did try to. And everything that came through really, really, I sat through it in my meditation, in my journaling, tapping session, which is why I said having a morning routine has been so healing, and I'm so grateful. Like, that was something which I knew, like, okay, no matter how I feel, 2 hours later, I'm gonna be in my magical, uh, in my magic just before I sit down to work, because your morning routine really gives you that space to process all the stuff. And which is why I think it's not a really good idea to just wake up and dive into your day. Like, really taking some time to connect with yourself, to connect with source, to connect with your feelings, as good or as bad. Again, nothing is like good or bad, but because of these judgments that we have in the society about, oh, I feel good, then it's a good thing, or if I feel bad, it's a bad thing. Again, such a big lesson on judgments these last 21 days have really, really taught me. So yeah, I would actually suggest everybody to give it a shot. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. You can do it at whatever time you feel like doing. But if has been your desire, I believe if you're watching this video somewhere, you also want to give it a shot. Surely go ahead, but have somebody accountable with you. Have someone be around, or at least your journal, maybe if nobody else, that you can really talk to, that you can really share your process, your journey with. Like, for me, the best part was actually I was accountable to my Instagram. Like I said, for 21 days, I'm going to make a story and I'm going to share what happened, how am I feeling, no matter what. And that kind of like gave me an accountability and also a lesson to show up, not on just on days when I'm feeling perfect and beautiful and amazing, but also on days when I'm feeling shitty. Because I think in my brain there has been this really, really big categorization of what's good and what's bad, and I think these 21 days have successfully broken that down, and I'm just so happy and grateful. So yeah, I definitely feel my body clock has also shifted, by the way. I do, I mean, from 10, 11 to 8 is like my max. 8:30 has become my max. So that's like really, really cool, I believe. I woke up today, it's like the 22nd, 3rd or 23rd day, and I woke up at 6. Which is like really good, and it's something that I'm happy with. And I mean, I might move to 5, but I'm happy being in this frame of 5, 6, 7. And I'm just so much more satisfied, actually. I just feel an inch closer to my future vision that I have, as I said, because for me, not because waking up at 6 a.m. is successful. Again, I just want to say that has been my personal vision, because whenever I've been writing down, I'm like, I wake up early and I have my morning routines and I do this. So I just feel like now that I'm already living the life that I wanted to live, I just feel so much more empowered. I definitely have better energy levels throughout the day. I do take a nap, probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's cool. I feel I can wind. I have enough time in the evening to wind down. I don't have to stretch out my work throughout or have this anxiety or this feeling of just rush through because there's not enough time in the day. I'm just like so much at peace. Like, even making this video, I can just like sit through it, and I have not been making videos before this, so I give full credit to this. I just feel like there's so much time to sit with my art, to sit with my craft, and that's something that I wanted to really inculcate. So yeah, so grateful for this experience. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want to implement this, how would you want to start. Drop it all down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my journey. Thank you so much for listening, and have a beautiful week ahead. Like and subscribe, and let me know how did you find this. And if you have any new topic suggestions, I'm always open to it. So I'll see you soon. Take care.